Hi there, my name is Jeremy Krug, and I'd like to welcome you back to another video about measurement in the science laboratory. In this video, we are learning about significant figures. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and consider subscribing to my channel. That way you'll have a lot more of this content about science and chemistry in your video feed. So as we talk about significant figures help us to represent the uncertainty that we have in a measurement. And we do this by expressing an appropriate number of significant figures. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, what if I were to ask you this question? What is the average distance from the Earth to the Sun? Now, maybe you've learned this in a science class at some point in the past. If you have, you might remember that the answer is about 93 million miles. Now, is that the exact answer? Well, no, it's not exactly 93 million miles. The average distance is actually closer to 92,595,000 miles. Do you see how both of these answers are correct? They're both accurate, but one of them is just more precise than the other. And the reason for that is that this second answer has more significant figures. We've gone to the effort to express more figures in our answer. There's nothing wrong with the first answer, but it's just not as precise. We haven't expressed as many significant figures. In science, especially in chemistry and physics, it's important to be able to express the correct number of significant figures and also count the number of significant figures in a measurement. Now let's see how we do this. There are some rules. The first rule is that all non-zero digits are significant. And when I say non-zero digits, I mean the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so those digits are always going to be significant. So in this number, 732, well, all three of those are non-zero digits. And so we have three significant figures. In this number, 9.4, the 9 and the 4 are both non-zero digits, aren't they? So we have two significant figures. In 2.5581, these are all non-zero digits, and so we have five significant figures here, as we can see. Now, another rule has to do with zeros. Leading zeros are not significant. Now, when I say leading zeros, I'm specifically talking about the zeros that appear at the beginning of a number. So, for example, if we have this number, 0.00734, we know that the 7, the 3, and the 4 are significant based upon what we just said earlier, but those leading zeros at the beginning of the number are not significant. So this value has three significant figures. How about this number, 0012? Now, most of us would not write the number 12 that way. In fact, that's kind of a goofy way to write the number 12, isn't it? I think we all know that 1 and 2 are significant, but those leading zeros are not significant. They don't represent any real measurement, do they? So this number has two significant figures the way it's written. How about this number, 0.39? Well, we know that the 3 and the 9 are significant, but that 0 on the front, that's not significant, is it? So this number has two significant figures. Another rule, middle zeros are significant. When I say middle zeros, I'm talking about zeros that are wedged in between non-zero numbers. So for example, if we have this number 0.7905, well, we know that the 7, the 9, and the 5 are significant because they're non-zero numbers. That leading zero is not significant, but the middle zero is significant. So this number has four significant figures. Here we have the number 2003. Well, the 2 and the 3 are significant because they're non-zero numbers. And we also have two middle zeros, don't we? So those are significant as well. So this number has four significant figures too. How about the number 0.0507? Well, once again, we have a 5 and a 7. Those are non-zero numbers, so those are significant. Those leading zeros are not significant, but the middle zero is significant. So this number has three significant figures. Now, if we had leading zeros and we had middle zeros, what other kind of zero do you think we might need to talk about? You're right. That would be ending zeros. And so ending zeros are significant if a decimal point is present. And that means a visible decimal point. I'm not talking about understood decimal points, an actual visible written decimal point. So in this number, 7,100, well, we know that the 7 and the 1 are significant, but since there's no decimal point written in this number, those ending zeros are not significant. So this number has two significant figures. How about this number? 3.000. Well, the 3 is significant because it's a non-zero number. And since there is a decimal point present here, those ending zeros are significant as well. So this number has 4 significant figures. Now it's important to realize that your calculator doesn't really do a very good job working with significant figures most of the time. If you have this number 3.000 and you type that into your calculator and then hit the equals or the enter sign, it's probably just going to turn that into 3. But the fact is, in science, 3.000 means something different from just 3. Because you see, 3.000 centimeters, for example, tells us that someone actually took the effort to measure all the way out to the thousandths place, and it was precisely 3 0/1000ths. Whereas if you just write the number 3 centimeters, that tells us that it's only rounded to the nearest ones place. They didn't take that effort to measure that far out. How about this number? 4.0700. Once again, we have two non-zero numbers, the 4 and the 7. There's a middle zero, that's significant as well. And we have two ending zeros, and since there's a decimal point visible, those ending zeros are significant. So we actually have 5 significant figures in this number. How about this number? 0.003020. If you can answer this, you're an expert. Well, the 3 and the 2 are non-zero numbers, so they're significant. I see some leading zeros at the front of the number that are not significant. I see a middle zero that is significant. And I see an ending zero. And since there's a decimal point here, that ending zero is significant. So this number has 4 significant figures. So hopefully you got that one right as you were working this along with me. Now, there is a special case I need to tell you about. Counted values. Counted values are not the same as measurements. Because you see, counted values represent an exact amount, and they have an infinite number of significant figures. And so what that means is, if I say there are 18 students in this chemistry class, well, that's an exact number. We've actually counted that number. And as long as we know how to count, as long as that's the actual correct answer, there's no uncertainty there. It is exactly 18 students. It's not 18.1 students. It's not 17.9 students. It's exactly 18. So that number, since it's a counted value, would have an infinite number of significant figures. How about this one? Each bag contains 8 apples. Once again, it's a counted value. And so that number does not have one significant figure. As long as we know how to count, that number has an infinite number of significant figures because it's a counted exact value. How about this? 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. Well, centi is an SI prefix, isn't it? By definition, that means 1/100th of something. So 1 meter is exactly 100 centimeters. It's a counted value. That number doesn't have one significant figure or 3. It has an infinite number of significant figures. So let's practice rounding a few measurements to 3 significant figures. Let's see if we can do this. So here we have a value 2.3494 centimeters. If we're going to round off to 3, that means we have to stop after the third significant figure. So 2, 3, and 4 are significant, and we stop there, and we use the 9 for rounding purposes. And since that 9 is, a 5 or a higher, we're going to round up, aren't we? So this gets bumped up to 2.35 centimeters. How about this value? 0.03851 moles. Well, once again, we have to find the third significant figure. Now, those leading zeros don't count, do they? Because those leading zeros are not significant. The 3, the 8, and the 5 are significant. And so that 1, since it's less than a 5, gets rounded down to 0.0385 moles. How about this one? 100.57 kilograms. Well, once again, the 1 is significant, and those middle zeros are significant as well. So we stop after the second zero, and since the next number is a 5, we round up, and this becomes 101 kilograms. Once again, my name is Jeremy Krug. I hope you learned something about significant figures and how to count significant figures, how to round based upon these. If you like what you see, please consider smashing that like button. I would really appreciate it. And if you really like what you see, consider subscribing. I do appreciate all my subscribers, and I love to read your comments down below. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next video.